Now, so coming to the string specific functions. Okay, so first, so whenever we are like dealing with strings, so with the very first thing, so even when we were like learning the alphabets, the very first thing we learned is the capitals and the smalls, and the uppercase alphabets and the lowercase alphabets. So here also first we'll see. Okay, so if we are getting any string as an input, so we need to like convert that into any other case, because sometimes user might input values in different manners, so we can't correct the user. So it is our responsibility to correct whatever the input that user has given. So let's say, so we are expecting the username in any portal. So the user might have printed like a very a very random way, like clubbing both the uppercase and lowercase letters. So such a kind of data we cannot store because it does not have any validity. See, capital P makes sense, but why there is a uppercase T, why there is an uppercase N in between? So they do not make any sense. So for that case, so what we do is we either convert these into completely uppercase or completely lowercase, or at least we can completely capitalize this particular word. So in order to do that, so what are all the options that we have? Okay, now the very first thing is cases. How do we deal with the cases? Okay, so first function is, so we know uppercase, lowercase and capitalization. First we'll deal with the uppercase. So whatever the string that user is inputting, so we first need to convert that into, if we want to convert that into completely uppercase. Okay, so in that case we'll just simply use upper function. Upper function, but there is one link to this upper function, so we cannot simply directly call this upper function. So we need to call this upper function with the help of this string module. The string module, you don't need to like import this module because this is a part of standard library. But yeah, so Python is expecting us to give it as a that particular module. So because this upper method is also part of another libraries, so just to eradicate this kind of confusion with the Python compiler, we just need to provide the module name as well. So this str library is also a part of standard library only. Just we are giving, because this upper function is also part of another module, just to specify, only use this upper function from this str module. So that is why we are telling str dot upper function. Okay, as I told, so this is an upper function, so this will take a string as input. Okay, so whatever the string that we pass to this function, okay, it will convert that particular string completely into the upper cases. Let us see with an example. I'm commenting this out. No, let us take the same example. Okay, user has entered a name in like combined cases. Now I just wanted to like convert that particular string or name into all upper cases. Str dot, I just need to call this upper function. So to this function I just need to pass that particular variable. So this upper function will take care about all of this. See, now this word Python has all the uppercase letters. Okay, because we use this upper function on top of this variable. That is where all the characters in this particular string are converted into uppercase, irrespective of whatever the case that we are getting. In the similar manner, if we were to like convert the same into lower cases, the same method, the similar structure, lower function. This is how we call it, similarly to the upper function, str.lower. Okay, and string as input. Whatever the string that we want to convert it into lowercase. Now we have our variable var into lower cases. Now, so this is not always the case, right? So we can't simply like whatever a user has given, let's say user has given his name, so we can't simply convert his name into upper cases every time and lower cases every time. So since that is a name, we know that, let's say if user is inputting his first name, middle name and last name separately, so we have an option to capitalize each word, each name. Let's say if the user has given like this. This is the last name. This is the middle name. Okay, this is the first name. So user has entered in his format. So whatever the format he entered, we can't like blame the customer or the user. Okay. Now it is our responsibility to make it generic, because all users does not enter the same does not enter the values in the same manner, right? So it is our responsibility to convert all the values that users enter into one format, so which we can tackle. Okay. Now what I can do, I can completely convert all the names into upper cases. I can completely convert all them into lower cases. Lowercase does not make any sense here because names cannot be in lower cases. And there is one more useful case. So we can convert each name into capitalization. Okay. When I say that, so what do I mean is the first character of each word is in a capital, is in the uppercase. That means last name, middle name, first name. So this does make sense because this is how we represent our name. So the first character of our first name will be in uppercase. The first letter of our middle name will be in the uppercase. Similarly with the first name as well. Now in that case, how can we do that? We can simply call capitalize function. Okay. So this also need to be called with the help of this str only. str.capitalize function. So to this also we just need to pass whatever the string that we want to convert as input. See, now we have the string in the capitalized manner. Okay, so these are three functions which we can use to tackle with multiple cases that user enter. Okay, so we can like generify them into whatever the format that we want, uppercase, lowercase, or capitalized. And whenever we are comparing strings as well, so we need to like first thing we need to do is we just need to make them into one simple plane. Let's say if we were to like compare two strings, we can't simply compare them with whatever the data that user has entered. We just need to make them into one single format, whether it can be uppercase, lowercase, or capitalized. Then only we can compare those two strings. Okay. Yeah, we'll see them in the next coming functions. Okay, so these are the three functions related to the cases.